Good day, Bostic Traditional Magnet family, all friends, all staff, all teachers, all students, and of course the fifth grade class that is graduating today. My name is Charles Heck. I am the president of the PTO. I'm also a very proud parent of a graduating fifth grader. I have also had the privilege of two other sons graduating from Bostic, so I've been with the Bostic family for a lot of good years. I'm thankful to be a part of it, and I want to spend a few minutes addressing not just all of you, but particularly the fifth graders that are graduating today, that are moving on to middle school next year. First of all, congratulations. We are all very thankful. We're all very excited. We are privileged to know you, and we are ready to see you move on to middle school, which, by the way, is different. And you probably know, you've probably heard stories, middle school is a different kind of challenge for you than elementary has been. Your classes are going to be a little bit harder. Your teachers are going to probably give you more homework. You're not going to get to stay in one class the day anymore. You're going to get to move around. Sometimes those lockers that you get are not always going to work right. And some of your friends may not smell as good as they used to. So lots of big changes for you on the horizon, but I'm very confident that you're ready for it. I know that everybody viewing this feels the same way because we have a great school and we have great teachers that have done an excellent job preparing you academically for what is to come. And I'm sure many of you have great families, have also helped you prepare for middle school. So we're excited. We're ready to see what happens. We know you're ready for it. Another reason that I know that you are ready for middle school has to do with really the topic I want to speak with you on for the next few minutes. That is the main part of this little speech, and that is, the last year we've had a challenge. A lot of us, all of us, have gone through a number of different kinds of challenges with COVID. And I know when you went into fourth grade, before COVID ever showed up, you were probably expecting a normal school year. You're probably expecting to be in your classroom all year long, and that's not what happened. We remember last year in 2020, we went home. You went to online schooling. Some of you stayed with online schooling for a good part of your fifth grade year, and that was a challenge. And one of the things that COVID has taught us is that you can't always expect a certain thing tomorrow because things were changing pretty quickly. If you remember, one day we woke up, we had to wear a mask to the store. The next day we woke up and we had to do school online, or then we got to go to school the next day, and things were just changing constantly. And I know it was frustrating for you students. It was frustrating, I'm sure, for parents and for teachers and others that were having to plan their days. And it reminds me of an old proverb that speaks to these kinds of situations that I want you to think about real carefully. And the proverb goes like this: do not boast about tomorrow, for you have no idea what tomorrow will bring. Think about that. Do not boast about tomorrow, for you have no idea what tomorrow will bring. What that means is that what is the future, we don't always know. We can't always anticipate even as far out or as close as tomorrow is. We simply just don't know the events. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if it's going to rain or if it's going to be or sunny, and sometimes things change so quickly we're not prepared for them. So we can waste a lot of energy and a lot of time worrying about things that are outside of our control, like tomorrow, instead of something much more important. So that's the do not. Don't worry about tomorrow. I want to give you something to do instead. And before I do that, I want to illustrate what I'm trying to say with this proverb. So you probably noticed this nice pink little character next to me that is nameless, but this is a piñata. And we know what piñatas are for. We know they show up at birthdays, and they are often filled with all kinds of cool surprises. So I'm going to have a helper, an assistant, come in. Why don't you come over here, Josiah, and demonstrate for us a little bit of what we, just the object. So this is Josiah. He's my middle son. He went to Bostic a few years ago, and you might remember him a little bit. He is going to be the piñata killer for us. And let's just wait and watch and see what happens. So why don't you stand over here so you don't hit me, and or actually, why don't you stand over there so you don't hit me? Okay. I'm going to stand away from this. Okay. Josiah, why don't you go ahead and take a few swings at that, and we'll see what happens. Do it again. Oh, okay, now hit it on the ground. We'll go ahead and hit it on the ground so we can see what exactly comes out of it. Okay, now pick it up and dump out what is inside. Let's see what's inside the piñata. Oh my goodness. That is not at all what we thought it would be. What were you expecting to be in that piñata?
Candy!
Candy, of course. And instead we have sand. So that is not what you would expect if you went to a birthday party and you got to swing at a piñata, or you were one of the kids around the piñata. You want candy to come out of that, maybe dollar bills, I don't know, but certainly not sand and dirt. Well, that's a great illustration of what we're talking about here. Do not worry about tomorrow. You have no idea what tomorrow will bring. So let's focus on something different. What do we want to focus on? Here are 5 words. Just do the next thing. Those 5 words, just do the next thing. So let's not worry about tomorrow. Let's just do the next thing, but let's do it well. Let's worry about the things we can control. We cannot control what will happen tomorrow, but we can control what we're going to do next. So maybe when you get home from school today, the first thing you want to do is talk to mom and dad about your day. You want to do it well. Maybe you're going to take your dog for a walk. You want to do it well. Maybe you got homework to do. You want to do it well. Whatever is next, do that next thing and do it well. Because again, we cannot control a lot of things out there, and we can waste a lot of time thinking about those things we cannot control, but instead we want to do and manage our life much better. And I think this will help you in middle school. I think this will help you because middle school has a lot of unpredictable things that happen, and never is one day the same as the last day or future days. But what we can control is whatever the next thing is on our schedule. So you go to your next class, you listen to your next teacher, you have that next conversation with a friend, you get on that next bus, you go home, you do whatever that next thing is, and you do it well. So instead of worrying about tomorrow, because we have no idea what it brings, let's focus on whatever's next on our plate. Let's do it well. And so for you 5th graders, as you head off again to middle school, you graduate today, congratulations, but I want to encourage you again to be working hard, living hard, and doing the next thing hard. And if you do that, I think you'll have a great, you'll have a productive, you'll have a fruitful middle school, and really many, many years to come. So thank you for letting me speak to you for a few minutes today, and congratulations.